MJF. He was a hot free agent at one point, and he had an interview with Sports Illustrated, Cultaholic Wrestling at Cultaholic. MJF has admitted that there was a chance he could have left AEW and joined WWE. To quote MJF, of course there was. Am I going to get into the weeds? No. At this point in time, this move, staying with AEW, made the most sense for me. I'm making a ton of fucking money. As far as when the contract ends, that's nobody's business but my own. Buddy, we've seen the ratings with AEW. We've seen the fan attendance. We've seen the type of troubles that AEW has had. Do you think this is the right move for MJF? Did he choose the right promotion?
I think so. Yeah, go talk about Penta. We don't know how he's been treated in AEW. This has been a huge test. Cody Rhodes is a homegrown talent in WWE. How they handle a AEW homegrown talent in MJF, the face of the franchise, longest reigning champion. AEW definitely needs him more than he needs AEW. I think he played WWE against them to get the bigger paycheck. You think you can say, so about that money? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If WWE is going to give him a nice chunk of change, but he has to do X, Y, and Z. Again, Tom just said it. AEW has more freedom to do whatever the hell he wants. If he wants to make an indie appearance, he can. If he wants to do something else, he can. There's more freedom here in AEW for him. I think that unscripted. I think that's a better place for him.
I don't know. I feel like MJF, he's made no secret about it, his desire to one day be in WWE, right? And this would have been this would have been his opportunity for sure. I mean, he's still young enough, right? I mean, like, we don't know how long his contract is. He's not saying how long it is right now. One would have to think, like, even let's see hypothetically it's like a 10-year deal, right? Let's say it's something outrageous like that. He's still young enough where that deal is over, he can go to WWE
easily
and have like a later run in life, like kind of like AJ Styles.
Yeah, or what Edge is doing now in AEW.
Right. So it is possible. Like, I think one day it will happen where MJF is in a WWE ring.
I think he has to be. Again, I said it numerous times, you ain't nobody until you step foot in WWE ring.
And I think he knows that.
I think that will cement his legacy worldwide. I don't know if he's somebody who wants to wrestle in front of a crowd that's half empty. But
right.
Loyalty is something that's a lost art in business, but that sometimes hurts people. I don't know, man. I'm thinking he made the right decision for the right time.
Not too sure about that. I do think AEW needs him more than he needs AEW.
He's a big fish in a small pond there.
Small pond. I don't know if I'd call AEW small pond. It's so weird. AEW is so weird because, like, they have like all the talent in the world, right? But for whatever reason, like, it's just to go piggyback off what you're saying, small pond, like, the audience just isn't there. And it's some sort of disconnect getting that WWE audience, getting the wrestling audience to come and feed into that.
I don't understand why. Like I said, a good friend of mine loves AEW. That's his company. That's his promotion.
Yeah.
He barely watches WWE. He'll watch the PLEs if somebody is watching it. He'll watch the clips occasionally on YouTube or Instagram. But he'll watch AEW through and through, beginning to end, live. He comes over to watch the pay-per-views.
Right.
To my house. So I don't, and I asked him, and he can't give me a solid answer. But I guess each their own, but he can't give me a solid answer. And I'd love to hear a solid answer why people are choosing AEW, because a lot of people don't. I don't understand why they aren't either.
I think for me, why I want to straight up say I definitely prefer WWE, especially right now, is just because there are multiple storylines, big storylines that get you invested in. Like, the talent is there all around on both sides. It's not necessarily like AEW has like less talent than WWE. It's just better utilized, I would say. More consistent.
Maybe.
And I feel like we don't necessarily get that with AEW, unfortunately. But MJF, man, going back to him, I mean, he is definitely a draw. I mean, like, the dude is dynamite on the mic, in the ring. I mean, he's got that it factor for sure. That sparked it. I feel like kind of AEW is kind of lacking for a little bit. Like, Swerve's done a good job. They brought in some big signings, but like MJF he's easily the heart and soul of that promotion.
Easily.
So that's why I think Tony Khan knows that, and whether MJF used WWE to leverage more money, to get more money from Tony, maybe, or maybe there was legit interest to go to WWE. I'm sure WWE had interest in him,
They had to have.
right? Like they definitely had to have. And I honestly think WWE would build him to be a star. I really do. I think they would give him the red carpet treatment, probably better than what Jade Cargill's gotten, and she's gotten really damn good treatment from
Yep.
WWE.
He's better than
Because
her.
well, more
Experienced.
he's more seasoned. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
more experienced than she is in the wrestling ring. So I don't necessarily see him going to NXT. I would see him going right into Raw or SmackDown,
Yeah,
and yeah, and doing damage over there. And I think he knows what he's worth, but like everyone's got a fuck you price, and Tony Khan probably offered him way more zeros at the end of this.
everybody's
Like
got a price.
yeah, at the end of the day, and as you said, he probably has the creative control as well.
Yeah. Something I don't think WWE would have given him at the start.
I at the start, I think they would eventually give it to him or give him
Easily.
more free, not necessarily creative control, but more creative freedom. Big difference.
Mhm.
I think they would actually, if WWE is smart, and they are, Triple H would probably see MJF as someone kind of like Pat McAfee, where they know like I can't script this guy.
Mhm.
Like we need to give him some sort of creative freedom to begin with, to rock out with.
You have to script him in the beginning because he drops bombs left and right. You got to make sure he's not going out there or he had the ability to control himself if he's on live TV
Mhm.
to not drop the shit or affect bombs.
How well would MJF do with a script then?
I don't think you can give him a script verbatim. Just give him a solid like here, say this, say this, say
Bullet
this.
points, like yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, yeah, that's different from like a script.
yeah.
I'm sure he'd do fine with that. But yeah, I mean, I think in either way, in this case scenario right now, MJF is going to win no matter what,
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
But
No question.
if anything, AEW definitely benefits more than WWE. Right? Like, WWE doesn't necessarily need MJF. As
Not at
good as
all.
MJF is, WWE is just fine. If WWE doesn't sign another free agent this year, they're more than fine.
Yeah, we're good.
I think if anything, they need to focus on more of a retaining talent at this point than signing new ones. But
A lot of contracts coming up. So
yeah, AEW could not afford to lose MJF. If they lost MJF,
who they got?
I mean they have plenty. But
Swerve.
There's a thing though. Like to be the face and the heart and soul of the company. Swerve is damn good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not. I don't know. Something holds me back from saying he's the heart and soul of the company. Maybe it's because MJF has been there since day one.